Welcome to the Interaction Creative Community webinar. If you don't know about us already, you can check us on our website, www.interactionlive.co.uk. What we do, we're here to educate, we're here to build and to provide creatives with the tools, such as yourselves, where you be independent or signed, but predominantly independent, with the tools to build your own industry. Like a lot of you were saying today, you want to be able to do things yourself, have control yourself, which is, for me, what I've learned is the new artist model anyway. A lot of artists and creators are taking things into their own hands, putting finances and resources into their own projects and expecting a certain return from it. So that's very achievable. And this is what we want to make sure that we do on a consistent basis. Okay. Also, you can follow us on our social media pages, our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Okay, today we're going to talk about something which I'm going to expand on throughout the coming weeks or through a course that we've got later on within the year. But we're going to talk about content and context. Let me know if any of you kind of could know what this means, or what this means, or what I'm talking about when I say content and context. Write it in the chat and let me know. So content, there's different types of content. So content that we put out online as creatives, these are some of here. If you know of any others, please write them in the chat below. So the first one we've got is vlogging. If you're not doing it, I suggest you do start vlogging. As a creative, it's very, very important. A lot of artists have started vlogging, as you know already, and have become very successful from it. So people like Shaka, Tori Kelly, Justin Bieber, even, let's break it down and go there. There's so many artists that have started vlogging through just releasing content, okay? Whether it be their own content or covers, or just, story lives about themselves. That's very popular. Live streaming has become very popular since Facebook and Instagram have been, has released the live streaming, or given you as users the opportunity to live stream. And an example here, we've got Tank and the Bangers. Did I say that right?
That's right.
Tank and the Bangers.
And in London.
Yeah, they were recently in London. They do a lot of live streaming of their performances, and there's so many opportunities through live streaming as artists. So if you're not doing that, I suggest you do that as well. Music videos, we're releasing our own music videos. We're paying for like I said earlier on, the resources for them. And we're putting them out ourselves. We're not waiting for a label to do it for us. We're just putting it out however we want to put them out and be as creative as possible. And pictures and posts and things of that nature. Okay, if there's anything other content that everyone can think about, please write in the chat and let us know.
Yes, it's delivering the message the right way, yeah. I'd agree, delivering your message in the right way, as well as the brand that you're trying to deliver to your audience as well. So you're really trying to solidify who you are in the eyes of your public. So it's really perceived content and perceived context as well sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Moving on. Right, your context is your story and your identity. Okay, so it's the meaning behind the content, basically. All right, and yeah, so the story behind your context or your content. So if you're using, let's go back to vlogging. Yes, you're vlogging your daily routine or something as an artist, but what's the story behind that? Is it going to be boring, or are you going to add some creativity to it? What is it going to be about? Is it going to be behind the scenes of, for example, it could be behind the scenes in the studio or in a rehearsal space, things that the public or your fan base want to see. The same with live streaming. There's so many opportunities or so many different types of context you could put within live streaming. I'll open it up to you guys. If you guys know of any for live streaming, write it in the in the chat below. Give us some ideas, because I could give you all the ideas, but I want you guys to let me know, or ask any questions on how you could do it, or do you get your fans across to engage your fans more, anything like that. Write in the chat. Talk to me. We really want to hear your comments.
Yeah, come on, tell us what works for you in terms of what have you received good response on when you've delivered particular content to your audience. what do they respond to? Live streaming shows.
Or let's open up to any of them actually. Let's open up to all 4. So whether it be pictures, music videos, vlogging, live streaming, any other piece of content.
Writing blogs.
Yeah, writing blogs, whatever it is.
That would work for you, Mo.
Interviews would be great. If you could do if you haven't watched my show as well already, I'll put a little plug there, like my Develop Momentum YouTube page. We do interviews on there, and I've interviewed and I collaborate with some artists on there already, and it helps with the collaboration because that is very key when it comes to vlogging and doing interviews. So if you know of any companies or hosts that would want to interview you as an artist, definitely get on board. Definitely do it.
And also when you go for interviews at radio stations, if you stream live those interviews, again, that's giving you more content that you can circulate to your fan base because they might not be in tune with the radio station at the time or whatever. It's stuff that you can keep repeating.
Paul said that I found vlogging took too much time and it started to hinder my actual product. That can be it can be an issue, but the benefit behind that is what I talked about in one of my previous things, is building a team. If you see a lot of successful vloggers these days, they don't do it by themselves. They actually have a team behind them, whether it be a videographer following them around for the day, doing the recording and the editing themselves. They could do that. If you can't find someone to do that, then try it out for yourself for a little bit, or have little snippets, or just go for the live stream option. The live stream option is sometimes there and it's in real time. So the benefit of that is that you can talk to your fan base and your audience right there and then. Sometimes being authentic and being real and going through the mistakes is better. Okay, Marvin said, I found that having a daily routine for posting helped me gain slow growth across all social media platforms. That's also true on the flip side. So if you actually organize what you're going to post, how you're going to post, if you're recording music videos, vlogs, or it's something that you can post later, it's not in real time, you can organize that and put it up on a weekly basis, whether we choose every Tuesday, every Thursday, every Saturday, whatever the case is. So that gives you time. A little tip to help you, Paul, with the vlogging: if you vlog, say, 3 weeks in advance, or edit your content 3 weeks in advance, then you're 3 weeks ahead of the game, if that makes sense. Then all you need to do is schedule your YouTube videos, which you can do every week, or you can schedule it to a certain date and time when you want it to be published to the public. So that helps as well. And that also gives you time to promote 3 weeks in advance as well. I can just tell by, I can already see Marvin's face smiling and grinning. I know that already. I know Marvin's like, oh yeah. Yeah, I know that already. You're welcome. That's one tip. But yeah, organizing the daily routine is very important. Marvin says, yeah, most of my posts for the week are done 10 minutes.
Saturday morning.
Yeah, exactly. And when you do your vlogging, keep it to a minimum of like 10 minutes as well. As everyone's attention span is quite short. So if you keep it within a 5 to 10 minute max range, then cool. That's perfect. Paul says, I've found Insta stories to be a lot better for that. I reply to every message and comment and start to build a good community through that. That is very true as well. Again, yeah, that's very true. I agree with that. Insta stories is very good. Out of everything, I would say that find whatever social media platform you're comfortable with and go with that. If Snapchat is your thing, if Instagram stories is your thing, if YouTube vlogging is your thing, do it, be consistent with it and make it work for you, and then get everybody who's in your audience to follow you on that. That's the consistency, and that's what will force you to be a success. If that platform kind is dying, if Vine after a while is become like, obsolete and it's not as popular anymore, move to a different platform. If you start to see people move with the shift. That's what started with Snapchat as well, before Instagram stories. A lot of people were on Snapchat, and then as soon as Instagram opened up Insta stories, it was a wrap. Everyone moved over to Instagram. So follow the platform, I would say, to a certain degree, if that makes sense. Fabian says, great recommendation to keep vlogging to 10 minutes. Yeah, definitely. I do that all the time. I've learned, like, it's only when it comes to extreme vloggers like Jake Paul, who's got like or Logan Paul, who's got like over 10 million subscribers, he could do a whole 20-minute video and vlog it because he's just killing it. Yeah, he's got the attention span there, and people are willing to watch it. Do you know what I mean? And another thing that we haven't talked about, which is merchandise as well. Once you've built your brand, you can start, you know, monetizing in the long run, which we'll get to. Right, moving on. Right, content, engagement. Once you found your story and your identity, you need to engage that to your audience, which is also very, very key. Like Fabian was saying, you do, I think it was Paul or Fabian, I can't remember who it was, but someone said that they have been doing Instagram stories and they comment to every person, which is good. Right, yeah. You should comment to every single person, which leads me on to my next point, is feedback, and make sure you give back. You give back through providing the comments and likes and saying thank you. That's what people like. Even if they send something to you, don't just leave it hanging. Go back to them and say thank you, I really appreciate it. If you want to upsell a little bit, say check out this other link or check out this other video and so forth, do that. But engagement, I would say, is very definitely key. Yeah. Engagement, you need to engage on consistently.
I think you realise very quickly how much of this effort is perception from your public, that you've got an image of how you want to be seen by your public, and you have to keep translating that to them and solidifying it with them. So a lot of the stuff that you put out has to be very centered around your branding and exactly how you want to be interpreted by your public.
Yeah, that's very true. I agree with that. I agree with that a lot. And the thing is, be willing to change within that. Or no, this is what I've seen one artist do this. They had a popular YouTube page and they said, right, I've changed my name. I've changed my brand. I'm going to go to this YouTube page, and they expect people to just jump onto this new YouTube page without A, telling them of the change, B, bringing people on that journey with them, and and then when they don't see the growth or they don't see everybody change, they're wondering, hold on, why didn't everybody come on board? The fact is that you need to keep in constant communication and contact with them. So even if there's any changes being made, you let them know, hi guys, we're going to change this up. This is good. Cool. Some people may not like it. Some people will like it. But as long as you keep that communication strong, people will respect you for that and they'll follow you for it. Whether they like it or not, they're still going to watch you. There has to be.
You can't just jump from one thing to another like that.
No, you can't. But I'm saying, obviously, yeah, I agree with you. But over a series of time,
that's right.
If you change your brand because you've been in the game for a long time, like for example, a good person was T-Pain. As soon as T-Pain came out with that, his brand, he was wearing top hats every other video, all over the place. Then he built success, and then he's changed. He's not wearing the top hats anymore. And people kind of just moved on and got on with it because it was his brand and he changed his brand and people could see where he was going. So it does, in most ways, it depends how you communicate it, verbally or through your brand or through your context. It doesn't matter, but as long as you're able to communicate it and you're strong with it, then it will always work.